Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Sheen, your host. This is Money Matters. In this channel, we talk about money, finance, how to grow your money, how to invest your money, how to make money work hard for you. Guys, consider subscribing if you haven't yet already. Give me a thumbs up, really helps out the channel, pushes my videos to more and more people. I have over 5,500 subscribers right now, so thank each and every one of you. Also, thank you to my one subscriber that sent me this new hat and this new tee. She asked me, why do I always wear the same hat and the same tee in all my videos? And I just responded, it's basically just my video attire. I don't want to I just want to be the same. And that way, one of the reasons I do that is because sometimes I can record part of the video earlier in the day. Then I have to, take care of my kids, do something with work, and then I can also, finish recording that same video throughout the day, and that way it looks like it's all just one video. So that's one of the reasons why I just wear the same thing, and it just makes things easier. Otherwise I would just be wearing a crappy whole t-shirt. So that's one of the reasons why I typically just wear the same thing in all my videos, and some people keep on asking me that. And this subscriber just really wanted to send me a new tee, and so I said no, it's okay, don't worry about it. But she insisted, she wanted to be nameless. So thank you very much. Really don't have to do that. I really don't expect people to do that at all. But I promised I would wear it, and so here I am. So thank you so much for supporting me and supporting this channel. So let's get started. Today we're going to talk about 3 stocks. The first one is right here, Tesla. Of course, we have to talk about Tesla. Just amazing stock, amazing performance, and it was down today, down 4.67%, closed at $475. And I'm not surprised at all. Yesterday it was up over 10%. Just after the first day of their stock split. I did a live show last night. It was like an hour and a half long. It was an awesome live show. We just talked about Tesla for a while. We talked about Workhorse for a little bit. So it's just a great time, just chatting with everybody, trying to get as many questions answered as possible. So I really enjoy doing that, chatting with the people that support me. So we did like an hour and a half live show. At one time, had over 400 people watching the live stream. So that's absolutely amazing. And in my live stream, there's people asking me what's going to happen with Tesla tomorrow. And I'm like, putting me on the spot. It's like, it's hard to predict what's going to happen 12 hours in advance, especially with a volatile stock like Tesla. But, if I had to say, I would have expected Tesla to take a dip today, which is exactly what happened, because, the run up is just absolutely incredible. Over 10% run up just on the day of the stock split. So I'm not surprised that it took a dip today. And really, it's not that big of a dip, only 4.67%. Look at the 52-week range on this. Post split, it was 43.67 up to 502. That is a huge range. So to be down only 4.67% and closing at 475, absolutely amazing. And even after hours, it was back up again to 480. So you're going to expect a pullback, and I expect even a bigger pullback, coming in the next few weeks. Probably up to Battery Day, there'll be a little bit of pullback, and then just go up and down. Really trading anywhere between, I think, 470, 490 from now until Battery Day. After Battery Day, my prediction is it's going to get a nice bump. If I had to guess, I would say probably 520, 515, 520, something like that. Just taking a number out of the air. I don't really know. So that's why I think after Battery Day, there's going to be a pop. There's going to be excitement, and it's like, even if Elon Musk farts on TV, that's going to cause the stock to go up, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way Tesla is. The news falling around it, the news cycle. Everybody just so interested in the company, the whole story. So any news is going to cause the stock to go up. So I think after Battery Day, it's going to go up. But I think after Battery Day, between Battery Day, we're going to get Q3 numbers. I think those numbers are going to be amazing. They're going to blow Q2 numbers out of the water. So there'll be some rise in the stock. But I think after that, we're going to see some correction, and that's just my opinion, because this stock has run up like 1,000% in the last year. 1,000%. So I think there's going to be a correction between sometime after Battery Day. I mean, I'm not saying immediately after Battery Day. I'm saying sometime after Battery Day, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever. Sometime after Battery Day, and up to next year before Cybertruck comes out. I think there's going to be a correction I don't know, maybe 10, 15, maybe 20% correction is what I'm suspecting. And I think that's good for the stock. The stock just has gone, absolutely bonkers. So I think a correction is due, and I think it's healthy for the correction to come. All right, so the next piece of news is, Tesla today, they said they're going to launch this $5 billion capital raise, tapping in on a surge of their shares. So they are basically diluting shareholders. It's about roughly a 1% dilution with their current market cap. So very, very small dilution in order to raise $5 billion. In order to raise $5 billion, they're going to dilute their shares roughly 1%. So very, very minimal dilution in order to get a massive amount of cash insurgents. So I think it's warranted. I suspected this would happen. They have I think over $8 billion in cash right now. So they have a good amount of cash, but they are in a huge growth phase. This is a growth company. You think they're not going to build more factories? They're probably, I expect them to build at least one more factory in the United States, at least one or two more factories in China, and even rumors to build factories in India. So it's the best time for them to raise money. When their stock is at all-time highs, when they can raise the most amount of money with minimum dilution. So it's fully expected that they were going to dilute and raise more money. So it's like, would you rather them dilute shareholders like just 1% in order to get this $5 billion, or would you rather them go to get some debt at some super high interest rate, right? So as a shareholder, the best thing for them to do is raise money when they have the highest stock price. So this raise, it allows them to basically raise money anytime they feel like they want to. They don't have to do it right now. They could do it a little at a time, and I think that's what they're going to do. Whenever the stock price is high, they're gonna sell some more stock, and they could do it over a few months, a few weeks, a few years. So that's what the deal is. They're able to do this capital raise extended throughout a long period of time, and that way it won't really affect the stock, because they don't have to do it all at once. If you sell 5 billion more shares into the market, you could see a fluctuation in the stock price. So with this deal that they made, they could do this over a long period of time, and so that way there's not going to be one huge surge of $5 billion worth of shares just flooding into the market. So overall, a good deal for Tesla, a good deal for shareholders. All right, next stock is Workhorse. So Workhorse closed, they did really good today as well. Up 11.26%, closed at $20.15, pretty much getting to their all-time highs of $22.90. After hours, it was up another 1.14%. Look at this 52-week range, $1.32 up to $22.90. So actually, there was no news on Workhorse at all today. I think it's just riding high from the news from yesterday about their partnership with Hitachi. And as I released a video also today, it was basically a clip from my live stream where I talked with my people in my live stream about why did they partner with Hitachi, and why did they make this announcement yesterday. My reasoning of this, when I saw that, I'm thinking they did this because they are trying to communicate with their shareholders, and also prove and show to USPS how they are going to meet the demands of United States Postal Service contract. They need to produce 180,000 vehicles in 7 years. So currently, Workhorse, with their current factories, I personally don't think they can do it. They're only producing so far this year 2 or 3 trucks. By the end of the year, they're supposed to be producing 300 to 400 trucks. And now they also have a contract for Ryder and contracts for UPS. And now if they get 75%, 50%, whatever it is, if they get 100% of this USPS contract, they need to produce 180,000 vehicles within 7 years. So they aren't capable of doing that right now with their current facilities, with their equipment, with their number of employees. They're going to have to ramp up employees. They're going to have to add automation. They're going to have to retool some of their tools in their factory, and that's what they said in their conference call, the Q2 conference call. They said that they would look into automation and etc. And they also said that they will look into outsourcing to a different company, probably Lordstown. So they did talk about that in their Q2 conference call. So this strategic partnership, let me read it to you right here. So Hitachi America and other Hitachi groups, and combined is Hitachi, will provide an operational assessment of Workhorse's manufacturing, occupational, operational and supply chain capabilities, benchmark to best-in-class standards, and provide recommendations to Workhorse that support the company's increased production requirements. So what is this increased production requirements? Basically, this USPS contract. So they have to prove to USPS, hey, we can produce X amount of vehicles and we can meet your needs. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to ramp up production at our Union City facility, and we're going to outsource a certain amount of it to our Lordstown facility. We have brought in a global player in Hitachi to help us meet the demand. So I think this announcement was a signal to the investors and communication to USPS is like, this is our plan. This is how we're going to meet the demands. We're bringing in this global powerhouse in order to help us meet the demands. And so, as the USPS, to give this contract, they're going to look at this and say, okay, we understand this is what you're going to do, and we agree that this is feasible, that you can produce for us, and therefore we're going to give you X amount of the contract. So that's what I think, that's the strategic partnership with Hitachi, and so that's why the stock is going up. I think it's getting really close to this announcement. September 30th is the last day they can award this contract, because fiscal year 2021 starts October 1st for the USPS. So it's getting really close, and that's why I think the stock is popping right off the heels of this Hitachi partnership. All right, number three. The number three stock is Hyliion. So Hyliion closed at $48.97, basically all-time highs, up 24.16%. Even after hours, it hit $50.85, up another 3.84%. Look at this 52-week range, $9.50 up to $48.97. So again, all-time highs. And so I looked all over. I looked at the SEC filings. Absolutely nothing, nothing coming out. No news on Hyliion. The latest news is basically this proxy statement. And as you can see from this proxy statement, there is no date set for the merger. No date set for the meeting to vote on this. So basically no news. The only thing that was out was Thomas Healy did do a little interview on Yahoo Finance. So I watched this interview, and it's just everything about this guy I love. I love the fact that he focuses on his own company. And when the interviewer approached him with this particular question, I'm going to play a clip of what his answer was. So basically, the interviewer said a competitor, which was Nikola, Trevor Milton, had this tweet out saying, if Hyliion goes down this route, they're not going to be able to succeed, because there's going to be a requirement to be zero emissions, and their vehicle is not zero emissions, blah, blah, blah. And so he was asked this question, and in Thomas Healy fashion, he turns it around and says, well, Nikola does it this way, Tesla does it this way, and we do it this way, and they're all good ideas to solve one problem, and then pivots to only talk about Hyliion, only talk about what they're doing. So if you ask the same question to Trevor Milton, his attitude is immediately going to say, oh, we always get compared to Tesla, but we do this better than Tesla. Tesla does this, Tesla does that, Tesla does that, right? You see the difference in the interviews with Trevor Milton and Thomas Healy. Whenever Trevor Milton is put on the spot, he talks about the other company, what the other company did, or what the other company is doing, or what they are doing. He doesn't pivot back to what we are doing. And so if you ever watch a video, you're going to immediately know what I'm talking about. And I hate that about him. Why are you going to even mention your competitor's name in an interview? When they're talking about your company, you should just talk about your company, about what you're doing. So check out this video real quick.
CEO Trevor Milton commenting on Twitter about it. He said if you had asked him about your company, and he didn't believe that anything with emissions will survive, regardless if it's carbon neutral. I mean, what's your take on either his comments here and why it might be the best strategy? And also, I guess, just outside of him and what he has to say. I mean, he's clearly benefited from a lot of the attention the EV space has gotten right now. So, I mean, how does that all fit into why now is the right time to try the strategy you're going with, and why you think he's wrong?
So all the efforts towards electrification are great, right? I mean, the ultimate goal by all these companies like Nikola, Tesla, ourselves, is that we're trying to, improve the operations of the fleet and reduce emissions. And, all three of us just are just taking a different approach to the same problem. So, what Tesla's doing is using an electric truck that charges off the grid. Nikola is doing an electric truck that uses hydrogen fuel cell to recharge. And what we're doing is an electric truck that uses natural gas, and specifically renewable natural gas, to recharge. And so, when you look at those different solutions, what we really see as a game changer with ours is that with using renewable natural gas, you can actually have a net carbon negative emissions profile off of the vehicle. So when you look from like a well-to-wheel approach, so if you think about charging a car off the grid, well, some of that electricity may come from wind and solar, but a lot of it's going to come from other sources like coal or natural gas, or it depends on what area you're in. Versus so there is emissions that comes from that type of recharging of a vehicle. With our solution using RNG, renewable natural gas, it's actually a net carbon negative fuel. So in a strange way, it's actually cleaner for the environment to drive our vehicles than to not drive them.
So there you go. Exactly. It's just like a really humble guy. He knows the stuff, and he just talks about his own company. And that's what I love about this guy. That's what I love about this company. So, the stock is doing amazing. And any day now, I think any day, sometime in September, we're going to hear the date on this merger, and we'll see how high this stock goes. It's already up to $50. I had a video in the past that, I was expecting it to be $50 to $60 after the merger. And it looks like I may be a lot more conservative than I should be, but we will see. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's way over $60. So guys, that's my video. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you guys for subscribing. Give me a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. Have an awesome week, and catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Thank you guys. Thank you to my subscriber again for the t-shirt and the new hat. You don't really have to do that, but thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Humbles me that you support me so much. So have a good one. Catch you next one. Peace.